Intense, exciting, a story to be discovered. This is the great musical Glory Ride dedicated to the champion Gino Bartali. Glory Ride explores the incredible and moving story of Gino Bartali, making us discover him not only as one of the biggest athletes of his era, but also as a Second World War hero. The main role is played by the talented Josh St. Clair.
So my name is Josh St. Clair and I play Gino Bartali, who is the central character of Glory Ride. So Gino, who is a real person who's sadly no longer with us, was a professional cyclist and a two-time Tour de France winner who during World War II used his platform as a national celebrity, as a sports hero, to actually hide the fact that he was part of the Italian resistance, which was helping to smuggle children and partisans and those who were being persecuted by the fascist regime and helping to smuggle them out of Italy. I think people should come and see Glory Ride because mainly it is just a story about the good of the human spirit. This is a show about ordinary people thrust into extraordinary situations and choosing to do the right thing because it's right, not because it's necessarily easy. I also think Italian audiences would really enjoy and appreciate the show in a way that I think only Italians can, in the sense that Bartali was a national sporting hero and is remains to be one of the most popular, most famous Italian cyclists to have ever lived. And so for an Italian audience to come and discover this untold element about his life and all these other discoveries, which are still very recent, I think is a massive drawing factor for an Italian audience.
Love in all its facets is one of the main themes of this show.
Ciao, mi chiamo Amy Di Bartolomeo. I'm from the Midlands originally, and my father and that side of my family are from Abruzzo, Pescara. My character is called Adriana. She is the wife of Gino Bartali, and she's just a very powerful, passionate, independent woman that is following her heart and her soul to help and do what's best do the right thing for the time that people need help, that she's there for it and she's there with full force. She falls in love with Gino and she falls out with someone who chooses the wrong side to support. She goes on a major journey, and I'm really proud to play this amazing woman. People should come and see Glory Ride because mainly because it's just an unbelievable heroic story. I still every single night listen to it backstage, or when I'm in a moment with either Josh or Fed. It's unbelievable what this man did, and I think it's so inspiring to just think about doing the right thing, but for no glory. He never told anyone. He did it for the right reasons. He just did it to save people, and I just think that's so inspirational.
Italy triumphs in the West End, and many Italians are part of the cast.
Il mio nome è Fed Zanni, quello vero sarebbe Federico Zanni, ma il nome d'arte è Fed Zanni, e il mio personaggio è Mario Carità. Mario is Gino's best friend in the story, and he goes on a different path compared to Gino. He's sent to war, he volunteers actually to go to war, and he ends up serving for the fascists, and he's trying his best to serve the people of Florence and the people of Italy, trying to shield them from the Nazis, but unfortunately he has to do a few sort of nasty things. However, in the end, he doesn't lose his heart completely, and not to spoil it, but it kind of redeems himself at the very end. I think Mario is very loyal to first of all to Gino, and I feel like I am a loyal person. I tend to sort of stand by my friends in the moment of need.
Ciao, io sono Susanna Paisio e sono di Torino e interpreto il ruolo di Rosetta. Rosetta is Gino Bartali's mom, and the original name was Giulia, but for literary and drama questions she was turned in Rosetta. And it's a lovely and precious cameo cameo where I put all the memories, the lovely memories of my grandmothers. I have never had children and for choice, but this character really gives me the chance to show more motherly and tender sides of myself.
Ciao, io mi chiamo Loris Scarpa, sono dalla Sardegna e faccio la parte di Lorenzo. Lorenzo is a young child who is an orphan and is being kept in the churches around Florence and is eventually saved by Gino Bartali and his amazing invention and the adventure that he goes on in the musical. Yeah. I think the whole story is probably one of the most interesting stories about the Second World War, mainly because he never told anyone about what he did, and the fact that he was an athlete, a very well-known athlete, and he somehow managed to save so many people that were in danger with his bike.
Mi chiamo Alice Spigariol, vengo da Treviso e il mio ruolo è quello di ensemble. I mainly play 3 different characters in the show who are minor characters and have a few lines. And one is the role of a mother who loses his son to the black shirts. One is the role of a girl who's a gelato vendor, and one is a reporter. I think probably the end of the first act. It's a very charged scene and everyone is just doing their best to bring it to life. And I think it's just very nice because sometimes we do a bit of a background scene when we say silly things to each other and stuff like that, and then we all go into a very sad and very important part of the story. So the kind of the way we all can joke with each other but also be very professional at the same time, it's very nice, I think.
Glory Ride will run in London until the end of July and then excite the American audience.
Ciao! Vi aspettiamo!